about 1:30 in the morning, and I just finished a day of work. And there's a technique that I've been using for a long time that I just thought I wanted to share with you. Now, it has to do with looking at a bunch of B-roll. So in this timeline, I have a whole bunch of B-roll laid out. And you know, a lot of people work with subclips. You look at your clip, you say, oh, I like it from here to here, and you come up here and you say, what is it? You know, make subclip. I don't like subclips, and I'll tell you why I don't like subclips. And it just has to do with my mind, and this may or may not make sense to you. I edit pictures, and the problem with making subclips is, you know, you want to label it. So it's like, you know, lady with red hat, or you know, guy walking through door. And I don't like to type more than I need to. And the words, I can look at a word and it just doesn't mean anything. But I can scrub through a timeline real quick and go, oh, there's the lady with the red hat. There's the guy coming through the door. So what I like to do is I like to lay all my B-roll out like I have here, and I pull the clips that I like up out of the fray, so to speak. So let's say I like these guys here, and I pull it up to another track. And sometimes I'll use the tracks like for priority. Like if I like it a little, I put it on track 2. If I like it a lot, I put it on 3. And if it's awesome, I put it on track 4. So now that I got all the shots that I want, you know, selected out, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to move those into my actual edit. Now here's the clips I want to use edit, and I got nothing in there. And here is the all the B-roll. The other thing that's nice about it is when the producer comes back and goes, yeah, I know there's more. Wait, let's go back to the source. When I go to my timeline that has all the B-roll, I can immediately see where I may have skipped over something. See, like right here in this region, gee, maybe I was dozing off or whatever. Let's go take another look through here. All right, so now I want to move the clips I like into the timeline that I want to work in. Well, you may have used the track tool in the past. You hit the letter T, and I can grab everything to the right of where I just clicked. If I hit the letter T twice, I can click once and grab everything to the left of where I just clicked. But if I hit the letter T 3 times, I get the select everything in this track. So there I've selected everything. I now can copy it, go to the clips I want to use, and I hit paste. Now, this might be a lot more clips than I have here. It could easily be 30, 40, 50 or more little snippets of B-roll. And they could be spread out over like a 2-hour-long timeline with all this air gap in between. So how do I want to tighten it all up now? Well, I could, you know, use my selection tool and select this gap and hit delete. I could select this gap and hit delete. I could select this gap and hit delete. But you know what? That could take a long time, and believe me, I've done it when you have, you know, dozens and dozens of clips. So here's a cool little trick. I go to the end of that timeline. I'm going to move this clip down by hitting Option and the down arrow, 1 track. I then select the blank space from that clip to the beginning. So notice how I have all the individual separated clips up above. I bring 1 clip down and I select the blank area rather to the left of the 1 clip. Now when I hit the delete key, what is it going to do? It's going to delete, I want you to watch right here, it's going to delete that hunk of empty. So hit delete. Oh, look at that. Now when I hit it again, what's it going to do? It's going to delete this hunk of empty right there. Delete. You see what it's doing? It's going to delete that. Delete. It's going to delete that. Delete. Now, that kind of makes sense, but here's the benefit of it. Because this is where I started. I had all my clips. And again, this could be dozens of clips. I select 1 clip. I push it down. I select the empty place there. And now, without even thinking, without even counting, because I can't overdo it, I just hit the delete key a bunch of times. And now, okay, not allowed because it's all bunched up. Now I have all of my B-roll ganged together, and now I'm ready to go in and trim it and finesse it and maybe cut it to the beat of the music. So that's my way of dealing with B-roll in a long timeline and then pulling it all up nice and tidy so I can start my edit.